So we've done a few mods to the Grenadier so far, and there's a lot more to come. But one of the mods that I consider to be probably the best we've done so far is also the one that's upsetting me the most. So let's get in there and sort it out. G'day campers, welcome back to 1010 Adventures. And what do I mean by a mod that's the best but also upsetting me? It's the Wolfbox Pro. Absolutely the best mod you can do to a Grenadier if you like to be able to see anything behind you. The standard mirror, and it's not really the mirror's fault, it is very small, but there's also just no visibility out of the back of this vehicle. So the Wolfbox Pro that doubles as a dash cam and a digital rear view camera, absolutely, hands down, the best mod we've done to this car so far as usability. Why is it causing me grief? Well, the simple matter is that when you install it, you have two options. Out of the box, you can strap it to the existing mirror, which is what we've done. Unfortunately, as I pointed out in my last video, when you've got that, you can't angle the mirror properly. Now, as a general rule, while the screen is on, that's not going to be a problem. But if the screen goes off, loses power, the unit itself fails, it is designed to work as a standard rear view mirror if there's nothing on the screen. So if you can't align it properly, you're going to be looking at your lap or wherever it happens to be reflecting. The other thing that's happening is that I'm getting weird reflections onto the screen, which is actually disrupting my view. So how are we going to fix this? So this is technically a two-part solution from the guys at GrenX. Part one, this is the GrenX piece. Part two actually comes from Wolfbox, and it's almost a double up, but I'll get into why in a second. I'm going to go put these over on a table, and let's start opening it up and show you what we've got. You can see here, I've got the packet from GrenX. Let's just open that up. This comes with a new mount for the windshield. This is the important piece here. Most of your standard mirror mounts will not work with the Grenadier because it has a slightly different fitting. I'm going to get inside the vehicle in a second to show you how this works, because there is some stuff that we need to be very, very careful of. But this is the unit. Screws for the fitting. This itself will not fit directly to the mirror. While we've got the screw holes here, there's nothing that lines up on the Wolfbox that will attach to. So what we need is our second box that came directly from Wolfbox. Now I've ordered these from GrenX, and when you order these from GrenX, you actually get them in two shippings. You get the mirror bracket from GrenX themselves, and you get the Wolfbox mount in a separate delivery coming directly from their Wolfbox supplier. So what you get in the Wolfbox box, the Wolfbox box, you get a replacement mirror mount. Now, the problem with this one, this is more of a standard OEM vehicle mount, and in fact it does come with, get under it, a little additional seal that you can super glue to your windscreen should you damage it, or if you damage your windshield and need to replace it, you've got a spare one of these to attach it. So in theory this will work for most vehicles. However, as I said, for the Grenadier, that doesn't work. You need to have this part. So the other thing you need is this mount here. This is what this screws onto. Four screws go into the back of this, and they're in this handy little bag right here. Alright, so let's jump into the car. The kind of important thing to know here, the mount on the mirror here, it's probably what most of you are watching this video for, is how to remove your mirror. I'm going to tell you in advance, this is going to be a bit fragile, and as one of the Grenadier dealers that I spoke to here in Victoria said to me a little while ago, make sure you've got windscreen insurance with your Grenadier. Unfortunately, the windows in these, because they're so vertical, they're more prone to breaking or chipping than your average windscreen. So when you're removing the mirror, you do need to be, shall we say, careful. I do have windscreen insurance. It came with the insurance that I put on the car, but yeah, this could get a little hairy. So main aim for this is to try and get this mirror off. So the first thing we need to do is disconnect the actual Wolfbox Pro itself. So I'm just going to twist the mirror down slightly, unplug our 3 cables. So you get a USB-C, a standard audio style jack, and another USB-C. You then want to just undo the clips, or the rubber clips that are on the back of this. And there is our mirror off. So you can probably see this actually works quite well as a mirror. I'm angling it towards the camera. This works quite well as a standard mirror if there's no mirror attached. So, what about this? How do we get this off? This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. The idea is that the main bracket at the back, you need to twist anti-clockwise. And you need to do this fairly carefully. And also, bearing in mind that we're also going to need to do this again when we go to put it back on. So, and because all the screws for the fitting for the camera are on the back, you have to do this with the camera or the Wolfbox Pro mirror attached when we're putting this back on. So now I haven't done this before, so this could be very interesting. Oh. This is harder than I thought. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Amazingly, no damage anywhere. That just pulled straight off. So I didn't end up twisting that. I was actually trying to see if I could pop the ball joint out of the back of this. So I've got a little ball in there. I was just trying to see if I could pop that out. And in so doing, I actually ripped this entirely off the windshield. That was not part of the plan. Okay, so now that I've got the Wolfbox off the mirror and out of the car, mirror detached. So the next thing we need to do is remove the existing rubber strap clamp that just wraps around the back of the mirror. To do that, let's just get these rubber ties off. So what you might find you need at this time is something sharp, a knife, some sort of poking tool, or in my case, an old dental tool. So just get in under here, and you've got to peel these rubber pads off. Once you get them, they come off pretty straightforward. Try and get all the gunk off if you can. So effectively what we're going to do, we're going to take all the screws that are inside these portions here, and then this will actually just drop straight back into it. And you'll notice that the inserts here are slightly raised, so when we take these little caps out, these are basically indexed, so they'll fit cleanly into those holes and hold it tightly. Okay, then take our bracket, pop that on like so. Alright, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open up our packet of long screws that came with the bracket from GrenX. I only need 4 of them. It came with 5, which is handy, just in case you're an idiot like me and you're prone to dropping things. Might help you out a little bit. Now, this is going to be sitting this way, so we want to make sure we've got this facing the right way on the mirror. So that's in, a bit of movement, but it's still bouncing around a little bit, so I'm going to try and tighten these screws up a little bit more. Alright, that's the mirror ready to go back in the car. Next step is getting this back on. The idea of being able to get this on and rotate it, it should work.
Okay. So. Oh, it would be a lot easier if I didn't have the mirror on, I can tell you. Okay. But, believe it or not, we are in. So that's how you get it back on. It is a turn and twist. So now I'm just going to connect all my cables again, which will make me laugh hysterically if they still sit. There we go. So now I can see you guys clearly in the Wolfbox mirror. You get a good view of just how bright that screen really is. And it's actually better now that I'm sitting in behind this passenger airbag drop down piece, which it really did get in the way. That's worked brilliantly. I'm really happy with that. I can now adjust my mirror as I need to. Just so if I do suddenly lose power, I can actually sit here and yeah, I can see out the back of the car. It's dark. It is very dark, I will say that, but even here you can actually see the reflection of the back of my head in the screen. So it is working. It's working really well.
Well guys, that's it for this install. Hopefully a quick video for you today, and hopefully you learned a few things about how to install and how not to install the GrenX Wolfbox Pro adapter. I'm much happier with it now that it's in, but I will say that is a $119 part from GrenX, so it's not a cheap part. Let me know in the comments below, could you live with it not being able to adjust it properly because of where the cables sit, or would you absolutely fork out the $119 as I did for the bracket? I do want to give a shout out to Rowan at GrenX, who has been in touch with me the whole way through ordering this part, letting me know about availability, stock, etc. And of course answering the questions when I got one part but didn't get the other, and letting me know how it all works. So Rowan, thank you. I am planning on doing some videoing with Rowan at some point in the future to go and see their facility here in Melbourne, but that's a little bit of a way off. But I will tell you, it's probably got something to do with installing something on this, because well, of course I am. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.